everybody. Welcome to Elizabeth Jones's Variety Hour.
Hello! Hello out there in dreamland.
Yeah.
Listen, my name's KAYE LAZAR, and it's so wonderful. Gosh, you know, this is supposed to be a quiet park, and all I hear is music and planes go by, helicopters. I think there's a motorcycle over there, the bald-headed guy over there, a guy with a hook nose over there, a woman with big feet over there. There's a bunch of kids having a screaming contest over there.
Yeah.
No, but it's good to be back.
This coming weekend, next weekend, will be I'll be in the Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, great.
I'll be playing Grandma Georgina.
Yes.
And that's next week.
Yes.
There's a show, if you want to come see me, there's one on May 18th on Saturday, and on Sunday, May 19th.
Yeah, well, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And where is it?
At Box 5 Cabaret Theater in Hopewell.
In Hopewell. All right.
Yes.
I know the place well. It's on Broadway.
Yes.
Not in New York.
No.
But let me tell you, they're making a movie there right now, and I'm kind of interested in that too.
Yes.
With Halle Berry.
Yes.
And she was in a James Bond movie.
Yes.
I want to ask her what Sean Connery was like.
Yes. Yeah.
Even though he died, I think 10 years before before she made the movie. No, she was in a Pierce Brosnan movie.
I wasn't in the film yet, but my dad took a picture of me in front of the fake record store.
Oh, the fake record store. Okay. Oh, this is the. No, I was thinking of James Bond for some reason.
the film that they're doing in Hopewell.
Yeah, I was afraid that you were in the James Bond movie and you're going to ride your motorcycle off a cliff onto a submarine and then go under, whatever they do in James Bond movies.
Yeah.
And then you got on a ski, and then you're on skis and everything. Gosh, it's never a dull moment there. Now, this movie is about Pharrell.
Yeah, Pharrell.
I don't think he's in it. He might produce it or something. It's a musical.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping.
Yeah, I was
sing and dance in it.
I'm kind of hoping that they will cast me because I already signed up for it.
Yes.
So.
Well, I signed up for it too. I've signed up for lots of movies.
Yeah, I did too. So.
Guess what?
What?
I found out something sad about the movie business.
What?
Meryl Streep and I are not up for the same parts. She could play her parts and I could play my parts.
Yeah.
Though sometimes I think she's played a man in a few parts I could have played.
Yeah.
So let's see. What can I tell you? So I actually taken a break from show business. Other than doing this wonderful show with you, I don't really do a whole lot lately. Let's see. I went. This is a big week for me, at least for my family. A few people in my family are graduating from college.
Yeah.
The younger folk, and so I'm going to all the shows that they're in, all the shows. I talk like a real show business person. And then that costume they wore. of the flat hat and that judge's gown.
Yeah.
Judge's robe. No. So I went to where'd I go? I went to the Altria Theater, and one of the graduations. There was fear that there was going to be protests there. I don't know why they would mess up a bunch of kids' graduation.
Yeah.
And by other kids. By the unpopular kids, evidently. It's one thing to protest, like against the war in Vietnam or something, but for people trying to defend their land and against the enemy that started it all, this is beyond me. And I got to tell you, I don't want to go political on everyone. You ever heard of KISS? You ever heard of Gene Simmons?
Yes, of course.
Gene Simmons is from Israel, and he said that whenever somebody asks him about the troubles in the Middle East and the mounting anti-Semitism around the world,
yeah,
he says a non-Jew cannot begin to lecture a Jew on what it's like to live in this world.
Yeah.
So leave us be. Let us to our own devices, and we'll do things right.
Yeah.
and we do. I mean, we did a lot of great things. Jew. I didn't do them, but we invented Google, and we invented Facebook,
Yeah.
and we invented blue jeans.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, I go to the graduation at VCU, and I'm there. I get there. I wanted to get a good spot, but I wound up being on the second tier anyway, and I wanted to be up close by. But you can't be close by at a graduation because who's close by? The kids are.
That's right. Yep.
With their cap and gown. So we were up higher, my family and I. And it was the art school, and it was good. And the guy who was the keynote speaker or the commencement speaker, they're called. Shows you how long it's been since I've been to a college graduation, maybe my own. Was the no, I've actually been to a couple. Was a guy who was on Broadway. Who went to VCU. His name is Jordan Boone, and he's nominated for a Tony this year.
Oh, okay.
And he gave a long speech. It was very good speech. He's a young guy. And what was funny about it was I said, I don't think he's going to win the Tony. I said, and my friend said, why? I said, because I think he knows he's not going to win, so he put all his efforts in his acceptance speech that he's not going to get. into the speech, and it was a good speech though. He was saying how he was going into the audience and of the kids and talking to them with a microphone.
Yeah.
He was playing the crowd. He says he wants this to be memorable because most commencement speakers nobody remembers. Do you remember when you graduated? Do you remember who your commencement speaker was?
Oh.
No.
No, not really. But...
When I graduated high school, it was just some local businessman, and they all, and even if they're nice people or even if they're entertaining people, they all give basically the same speech.
Yeah.
This guy tried to be different, tried to make it animated, did a little dance, and he was talking, and I can remember my commencement speaker when I went to college, and it was Chuck Robb. He was the governor, and every 4 years, the year after he's elected in Virginia, they usually give the governor the chance to be the commencement speaker. And that year, actually, Chuck Robb was a big deal because Chuck Robb looked like he could be running for president, so that would have been good. But I don't remember anything about it because there was a rainstorm right in the middle of his talk, and you don't go inside at a college. You just sit in the rain. You're wearing a cap and gown. You're only going to wear it once. You might as well get it wet.
Yeah.
It was kind of so somebody actually had to almost recite it like later that day. Everything Chuck Robb, the Governor Robb said.
Yeah.
So I was, okay, that was a good speech.
Yeah.
One year I went. Speaking of protesters, one year I went. It was before I graduated. I only went to see the graduation because Vice President George Bush, this was Reagan's vice president, he had a son in UVA graduating, so he was there to give the speech. And because he was, there was this group, a protest group called the Charlottesville Activist Coalition, which were, they're rather quaint now. They're not the violent groups you see now.
Yeah.
But they did screw up. They messed up his PA system while he was giving his speech, and they kept shorting out and cutting out. And at one point, it cut out, and when it came back, he says, "What the hell is going on around here?" And you don't usually see a guy lose his cool like that, a vice president. He wound up being president eventually.
Yeah.
And his son, if you remember, wound up being president. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Oh, Lordy. Yeah.
He was no John Adams, I tell you.
Yeah.
Or even John Quincy Adams. But anyway, so I'm making, and it's all the art school. Oh, it's beginning when they play that music. The music they play at every graduation.
Da, 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 da. Pomp and Circumstance.
Pomp and Circumstance March.
Da, 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 da. They played that in my high school
They
graduation.
played it every, and it's actually a pretty good march. It wasn't. I don't think it was written for that. It was just written, I think, as a military march in England by Sir Edward Elgar.
Yeah.
And there's actually quite a few of them, but the one I think is number one, and that's the one you hear, and it goes dun 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 dun. But usually when you hear it, they just play the dun 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 dun. Now what's weird about it is, given the long line of kids walking into the assembly. to play the same 2 or 3 measures over and over and over again, like it's Bolero. So
Yeah.
you can see a sense of the orchestra getting bored and more. Oh, which part are we on now? And then they try, when the last kid walks in, they try to get some sort of big flourish up and to a crescendo, and then they bring it down.
Yeah.
But they did it differently than I've ever seen it done before. Usually they have like the school band or even a recording of it. This time they actually had a drum majors, like at a ball game. Boom, ba-dum, 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 boom, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Yeah.
And then it was almost like a jazzy version.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a jazzy school. See, I went to a very dull, kind of staid, sclerotic school. And this was sort of an art school, so everything was kind of cool. So I'm sitting there and I'm making jokes, and every time I make a joke to my friends, hey, I gotta tell you something, you know, and they say, shh, shh, we're trying to listen to the boring speaker. We're trying to listen to the more. There were gosh, what can I tell you? There was I wrote them all down and I posted them on the internet when I got home, as much as I could remember. But if I could remember some of them, like there was a guy, like there was a kid. There was the dance department all got their diplomas and they all came out, you know, dancing when they said I'm out. And I said to somebody, you know, the dance department supplies all the nude models for the art department. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, okay.
You know why? You know when they get nude models in an art class, the dance department gets them, and the reason why the dance department gets them is because is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, tell them I got plenty to say. Is that an alarm? Yeah, it is an alarm.
I'm so
Tell
sorry, Bonnie.
them you're on a very important TV show.
Yeah.
So anyway, they get because they're the best bodies, you know.
Yeah.
You know, they're proud of their bodies. I took a dance class in college once, and I didn't like the tight leotard they put me in.
Yeah.
And they said, "Hey, there's no place for modesty here. You know, think of it. Pretend you're on a European beach, and that's where you are in a dance class." So anyway, there was a cinema class, or I guess people come direct movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And gee, I wish I would have brought all my resumes and headshots, so I could have saw all the kids. Hey, here's one. Here, if you have a movie coming out, please,
Yeah.
please think of me.
Yeah.
Also, I could actually ride a horse and do ballroom dancing too. I forgot to put that on there. You know the story about resumes, don't you? To be in a movie or be in a play or something. The casting person says, you can, I understand here you could walk a tightrope. Is that true? Oh, yeah, I can do that. And then you say, oh, they're not going to hold me to that. They're going to they all have special effects to make that happen. And then you go there. Oh, there's a tightrope. When you go start walking it, the camera's already. It's a what? So anyway, and then the kids' names. Kids had the real funniest names, you know. There used to be a lot of Jewish kids going to colleges. I didn't hear hardly any Jewish names, you know, not like KAYE LAZAR or anything. But there was one guy's name was his name was like Timothy Templeton, and I said, Templeton? That's not a name for a college student. Templeton is the name of a rat. And so my friend said, Templeton the rat, who's that? I said, how about that? Templeton the rat. Has anyone here read Charlotte's Web? And the reason why I bring that up is because Templeton the rat, I've only played an animal twice in the theater. I played Templeton the rat, and I played Mr. Beaver in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
I had a very nice co-star playing Mrs. Beaver.
Yeah.
You know who that was?
Me?
Oh! I was wondering when you were going to say something.
Yeah.
The other, then a girl got a diploma, and her name was Alexa Delacroix.
Okay.
Alexa,
Alexa.
Alexa, please paint me a portrait. Alexa. And then there's a guy named Jeremiah, and I said, Jeremiah, that's not a name for a graduate. That's a name. Oh wait, have I told you this joke before? Jeremiah.
I don't think you did.
Jeremiah, that's not a name for a graduate. That's a name for a bullfrog.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Was a good friend of mine. Single word he says to help to drinking wine. Everybody's somebody might wine. Joy to the world, all the boys and girls. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me.
Very nice. We become the Rosie O'Donnell show all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You say, Mary had a little, and then she'd sing the whole 12 stanzas.
Yeah.
Never let Rosie O'Donnell sing Mademoiselle from Armentières or American Pie, or Inagata Davida. She'll sing the whole 20-minute version. So anyway, you're funny woman. And then what else I gotta tell you? It was a good day. And then my family, we got all the pictures taken and everything. And I found out something about taking pictures of like families and stuff. There's all these people want to get in the picture, you know.
Yeah.
I want to get in the picture. I wasn't one of the immediate family. I was with, other people. And so, we get in all the pictures with the guy with the cap and gown and the diploma in his hand at this point. And always put the unimportant people on the side.
Yeah.
So when the time comes to get rid of them, there you can just slice it down the middle, and if they're in the middle, you'll never get rid of them, unless they're bowing down, or if they're very short, or if they're very tall, you can cut them off at the neck or something. But yeah, my sister told me that she has a thing on her phone, on her cell phone camera, that could actually rub out people after the picture was taken.
Yeah.
And she says, "Yeah, I practice on Kevin all the time." So there's all these pictures, and then we go. Oh, we go to a place called the Red Robin Inn. Oh, by the way, I didn't say I was there with my sister, and my sister, I got there a little late. It was all on the other side of town. I go to the Red Robin Inn. When the red robin goes bob bob bobbing along. That's not what I think of it. That's what the song comes to my head every time I go there. Which is, I haven't been there in 20 years. I've eaten there. People have brought me stuff like from at work. They go there and they get stuff from there. But I hadn't been there in like 20 years. So I didn't even find the place. And then when I found the place, I think they moved to a different building. But it was the same area. They probably moved to a bigger building or a smaller building. I don't know how they built it. It's a chain, Red Robin. They make good hamburgers.
Yeah, really good hamburgers.
But my sister was there, and I got there. I thought I was the first one there. When I got there, they were all ordering when I was, and then I sat. Luckily, there was a place for me at the round table, and so I ordered. I looked very fast at the menu, and they had this mushroom burger, and no. I said no mayonnaise with French fries. And something else about it. Well, I think that was all. And well done. Okay.
Yeah.
And and they said, "Oh, just like the woman over there." I looked at the woman over there. She goes, "Just like me?" So my sister and I ordered the exact same thing. We did not even. There's like 20 different types of burgers there. We ordered the exact same, and we were the only two that ordered the same.
Yeah.
And not only we ordered the same way, no mayonnaise and well done. By the way, I knew this friend who's a vegetarian, and she, a lot of vegetarians are former meat eaters.
Oh yeah.
And they, when they're adults, they stop eating meat. So I said, now when you used to eat meat, Did you, like, if you got a hamburger or a steak or anything, did you have it rare, medium, or well done? And what do you like? How do you like your meat?
I like a medium.
You like a medium?
Yeah.
Well, I guess medium is most popular. I like a well done. so,
Yeah.
so I asked this woman who was a vegetarian, "Well, how do you used to eat your hamburger?" And she goes, "Did you eat it well done?" And she goes, "Of course. What savage do you think I am? What type of savage do you think I am?" So what happened was, speaking of the vegetarian, I went. We're talking more than 20 years ago. I went to, and it was with this vegetarian. And what happened was, they have a garden burger. They have Impossible burgers now, which is the fake meat.
Yeah.
But they used to have just like a green burger that's made out of, I don't know, sawdust and
Yeah.
and food coloring. I don't know what they made it out of. But she told me, I may not order the garden burger. I said, why? She said, because the garden burger, if you cook it on the same grill that you cook the meat,
Yeah.
the grease from the meat is going to slide into the garden burger, and then you got your meat burger. You might as well eat a meat burger at this point, and you don't want it because you're a vegetarian. So the waitress comes, and I said, and this is a good long time ago, 25 years ago. I say, now we want to know, is the garden burger cooked on a grill by itself, or is it cooked with the other meat? And the waitress said, I don't know. I'm going to ask the chef. And then the chef, she walked over, into the kitchen to ask the chef. And then I turned to the vegetarian and I'd say, whatever you do, don't order the garden burger. Because if they've never had this question give it to them before, they cook it on the same grill. They cook it probably right on top of the meat burger.
Yeah.
They probably put 2 meat burgers together to keep it warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, so then she comes back. Oh, we have a different grill altogether. Oh, it's not even here. It's actually across the street. In fact, it's in a soundproof booth like they use for game shows. And there's the hazmat person makes sure no grease from the meat goes into the garden burger, and then we serve it to you like it's a computer chips and everything.
Yeah.
So my friend says, I'm going to get the salad. Well, I got the meat burger. I didn't care. I'm not a vegetarian. This Robin Inn, Red Robin Inn. This Red Robin Inn has, I think that's what it's called. They have unlimited sides. Did you know that?
Like French fries and all that.
All the French fries. The burger, you only get one burger, but you can get, if you get salad, if you get sweet potatoes, if you get almost anything. The French fries are pretty good. I got the steak fries. I think a lot of things, other than a
They're
salad,
really
it costs more. But let me tell you something. They put a big mound of fries on there. And you're eating your burger, you scarf down that pretty fast. Then you're eating your French fries. And then they say, you want more French fries? I say, yeah, bring out the French fries. And then they put more. There's only but so much French fries you could eat.
They're really good French fries.
They're good, but they...
Yeah.
I mean, I was pretty much had to take a nap when I got home. There was so much...
Yeah.
I was exhausted. I mean, I tell you how it worked. I ate all the French fries, but then when when I got the second helping of French fries, I took 2 or 3, and then I just molded it into a little snowball and put it in my pocket. I have a greasy pocket right now.
Yeah.
Then I ate those for breakfast, and as for breakfast, they were fine. It's very hard to reheat French fries in a microwave.
Yeah.
After you get it home from the fast food place.
Yeah.
So that was my day, and what else? I gotta put my glasses on because I don't know where we are in the show. See, you wear glasses pretty much all the time. I see you wear glasses. How long have you been wearing glasses?
Since I was 3.
All right. Now let me tell you about me. We're pretty good. Since you were 3? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I heard about eyeglasses? That your eyes rarely get better. And the earlier you get... In other words, if you get them at 3, or if you get them at 6, or if you get them at 40, like I did, you, they're only going to, they'll help you see, of course, and help you read, but they're not going to help you. They're not going to get better, which is sad.
Yeah.
Oh, the helicopters. A lot of helicopters around here. There's always a news reporter. So anyway, so what happened was I was at the restaurant with the menu and I had the glasses on.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have the glasses on. I was holding it like that, playing the trombone. La mama used to say. And my sister said, "You should wear your glasses all the time." I said, "I don't want to look like Clark Kent." But what happened was she claims that I'm not hearing right either. Because I interrupt people all the time when they're talking and stuff.
Yeah.
And she thinks it's a hearing problem. I just think I'm bored with people talking. I just want to interject. Or I just like to talk. So she actually had 2 hearing aids and glasses. I'm falling apart here. She wanted me to. I haven't even put glasses on. I have to wear because when I'm reading, I can. But I can't. I can't read the fine print or the or the dictionary or the listings in the newspaper. Or something.
Yeah.
But the hearing aids truly. I don't think I hear too much as it is. I prefer not to hear loud music, noise. I've never been I'm losing a lot of my senses. I'm losing my senses. I never said that before. I'm not a good smeller. Like sometimes people say, "Oh, that guy smells bad" or something. He never takes a bath, and I'll walk by him. He doesn't smell so bad. I mean, he doesn't smell great, but he doesn't smell bad. I mean, as they would think. Somebody said that the food you eat has a lot to do with how you smell it. How hungry you are has to do with smell. Like, for example, and I always thought this was cool. If you get next time you're at the hot dog stand or something and they have the raw onions, take a piece of the onion and put it in your mouth. And you know what an onion tastes like.
Yeah.
If you hold your nose, pinch your nose, and eat the onion, chew the onion, it tastes like a piece of apple. And it's true, it does. But the smell of the onion makes you taste it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so so what else? Had dentistry. I went to the dentist this week too, so my teeth are falling out. We were going to talk about dentistry a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
We were going to do the show a couple of days ago, and I said, "Oh, that's a great subject to talk about." I'm not going to talk about it in length, but they just happened on the internet to rerun one of our shows for like the 27th show we did, which was a couple of years ago, and I was going to talk about the same things I was going to talk about today. So not only I'm losing my mind, I'm repeating stuff now. There's only about so many shows you could do before you start repeating yourself.
Yeah.
So was there? Have you like? See, I just turned 50. Don't laugh, everybody. I just turned 50, and I have to realize that I can't do what I used to do. I can do it, but I have to do it slower.
Yeah.
I can do it. I got a haircut, and a lot of people like my haircut.
I had to do the same thing too.
What?
Sometimes I don't have as much energy as I used to. I've been taking iron pills and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why one of the reasons why I'm walking on a cane.
Yes.
Because I have plantar fasciitis.
Yeah. Oh wow.
It affected my walking.
I have to. I ran in the 10K since we did the last show, and I was disappointed with my score. Because it wasn't the score I used to have, maybe even 10 years ago or 15 years ago. But then somebody said, "You're in the race. You ended the race. You're not in the Olympics."
Yeah.
You could still, with the proper care and everything, preparation, you could, we're not asking you to win the race. Just finish it, and as long as you're healthy, as long as you keep your mind. I'm always worried about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you ever they say you should do things like do crossword puzzles and to watch Jeopardy. Did you ever try to learn a new language, maybe learn Spanish or Latin or something? Did you ever try to like learn a musical instrument or anything? Did you ever try doing that?
I learned how to play piano and guitar.
You learned how to play that?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
piano, but not too much. But
Yeah.
I did a little bit here and there.
Did you take lessons, or someone you just did it by ear, or
My
did someone
grandfa-
showed you how to do
My
it?
grandfather and my great grandma did.
They showed you how to do it.
Yes.
Oh wow! What was your big? What was your big hit?
It was chopsticks,
Chopsticks. Okay.
and it was like a weird note. It was like da 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 da.
Hey! And you learned how to play that?
Yeah.
Just you should put words to it. Here I come around the street. Da, 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 da. Here I am for all the world. That could be the theme song to the show.
Yeah.
There's a show I do with Keith Van Allen. He actually wrote a theme song for the show because he plays the piano very well. He tried to teach me a few measures, and he said it's very simple. Just push these buttons. And I said, oh. I remember I was like really into music when I was like, I was like 7 or 8 years old, thinking I could be a singer, thinking I could be in a rock and roll band.
Yeah.
like the Archies or the Banana Splits or the Monkees or the Partridge Family.
Yeah.
And there was this one song that really got me going. You know the song?
Yeah.
What's the song?
You're showing a tie.
In the town where I
Yellow
was born.
Submarine. Yellow Submarine.
That's why I'm wearing this thing. I didn't even know it was a Beatles song. I heard it on the radio, and then I heard it on Sesame Street. The Muppets were singing it, and then somebody said that's not only a Beatles song; it's a Ringo song.
Oh.
Ringo didn't write it, but he sings it,
Yeah.
and for some reason it's a song that kids really, at least in my day, latched onto. We just loved that song because it didn't really make a whole lot of sense, but it was like a kid's song almost.
Yeah.
Yellow Submarine. So my mom had a guitar. My mom tried to learn the guitar, and so we still had we had an accordion and a guitar. My mom could play them halfway decent. So I'm not kidding you. I had a tape recorder, and I thought if I sang it long enough, loud enough, and played the guitar under it. Where the town when I was born.
Yeah.
and I would play that recording over and over again and say, oh, maybe I'm not singing loud enough. Maybe the guitar is coming through there. I'm not playing the guitar.
Yeah.
We had I remember going to church and they had the folk mass.
Yeah.
And there was sometimes you get really good folk masses. You get these Andre Segovia type guitar.
Yeah.
And they sing, but then that nun or that priest will move to another parish. I wonder why. And then they'll be replaced by someone who doesn't know how to play the guitar. Jung, jung. Everybody sing. Am I not singing loud enough? I to hide that they can't play. I think at one time at the church somebody just had a recording of guitars, just like what we did in Let It Be when we did that show.
Yeah.
We had a recording of a very good guy playing the guitar, Dr. Walsh, and and we just used that as the background of the Beatles songs.
Yeah.
Funny, it's still Beatles. Everything gets back to the Beatles.
Yeah.
and so that was the music. But I never really played the guitar. I tried everything. I tried the Jew's harp. I tried the harmonica. I tried the spoons. I tried playing the drums.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. The tom-toms.
I played drums.
You played the drums, yeah. Yeah, that's right. We talked about that one.
Yeah. My cousin had a drum set.
Yeah. Were you
and I came to his room to play drums.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Were you like Gene Krupa?
I wasn't like that, but I was like,
I meet a lot of celebrities, and everyone I yammer about celebrities all the time. The first celebrity I ever met was a famous drummer. I was like not 7 years old. I was like 14 or 15 years old, and I met Buddy Rich. He came to my high school, and he was the drummer for the Tommy Dorsey band. And he was on, I think I saw him on the Johnny Carson show a few times at that point, so I knew who he was. Yeah. So I was very happy to see him, and I'd never seen a celebrity for, and it's a drummer, and so I was really into drum. Famous drummers: Louis Bellson, Philly Joe Jones, Max Roach, name them, Gene Krupa, I've just mentioned, and then the rock and roll drummers of Ringo, Charlie Watts, Dave Clark, and I guess there's a few others. I'm sure there's a few others, and so I had this cassette tape that I made. It was a 30-minute drum off between wasn't Chick Webb. It was Louis Bellson and not Louis Bellson. It wasn't Lucy. Why am I saying Lucy? It was Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich. One of the Benny Goodman and the other one for the Tommy Dorsey band. And they're going. And this was years later, like in the 1960s or something. They did this drum off, and I'm not kidding you. It was a 30-minute thing, and you put it. If you want to go to bed. Before you go to bed, put this tape on, and it'll put this blum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, and nothing that will always put you to sleep. Where you're not in the picture, and so that was what I so that would always put me to sleep. I don't think I ever heard the end of that 30-minute concert, and the reason why is actually I did hear the end of it, and usually if I can't be asleep by the end of that concert. I better get up and make some coffee or something, or turn the TV on or something, and then read a book or something. Yeah. You will fall asleep eventually. Yeah. And so that's the only time I ever tried to play an instrument. Yeah. I mean, not the only time, many times, but I could never. I'm more of a singer. Yeah, I'm more of a singer and a dancer. I'm more of a singer, dancer, and impresario. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for having me. We should finish the show. We should do the second half. How about that? Okay. We're gonna take a little break for a little while, and we will get back to you. God bless you. Take care.